Welcome back to Half Moon's Picks. Week 5 is here already, and the bye weeks are already starting. This week's bye will be Detroit, the Chargers, Philadelphia Eagles, and the Tennessee Titans. So don't bet on those. There will be 2 games left. There should be 14 games. Last week I did another 1-3 week again. Oh my God, it's dropping. But you know, you get a little bit more stats as far as the games go on. You know, so you never want to bet a lot at the beginning of the season. You know, so yeah, like 2 weeks ago, Andy Dalton got me, and then last week Joe Flacco got me. These guys are almost hitting 40. You know, come on. Who am I gonna see next? You know, Tom Brady coming in. Last week, Brainchild won the week with 96 points. At the top of the board, still the 2 favorite Canadians. That's Bridgewater's Finest at 309 points, and Let's Take the Moon's Money at Geo at 300 even points. Ezra Kepper, I think that I pronounced that right. He's in 3rd, and me, I'm down to 20th place, 209. But you know, like I said, it's less than 100 points to get back up, so watch out. Anyways, this week, as far as uniform goes, I know last week I only gave 1 team, and that's all the CBS reported on. So this week they gave me a little bit more. So they gave me the Bucks all black uniforms, but they're still keeping the same helmet, so all black. The Broncos, the 1977 Orange Crush helmet. Those are pretty cool. Jacksonville, their first helmet in 1995. The Prowler throwbacks, they're called. And Houston has a new alternate helmet. It's pretty sweet. Looks just like this. It's a blue helmet with the H on it. Pretty smooth. It's called H-Town. That's their helmet is. And someone brought up at the end of the video, if I could just read off my notes. If you notice, I got a ton of notes on all the teams, all the games. And they said, well, just give us what you feel after that. So why not? You know, get some extra time. Just play it by ear and see what happens. So that being said, let's get on with the show. And my first pick of the week, we got the Tampa Bay Bucks traveling to the Atlanta Falcons. The Tampa Bay Bucks are a 1.5 point road dog. This is the Thursday night game, as a divisional game. To me, I looked at last week. I watched that whole game of Atlanta and the Saints last week. The Saints just gave them the game. That's the bottom line. You know, they muffed the punt where they got in and got a touchdown that way. Pick 6, some easy scores, and then Saints just trying to keep up. I don't think they're going to make that many mistakes. The Tampa Bay Bucks are going to make that many mistakes. Now you're thinking, why is the Tampa Bay Buccaneers only 1.5 points? I mean, it is a divisional game, but you know, BWF is questionable. Mike Evans is questionable. They have a bunch of questionable players on the Tampa Bay Bucks team. To me, Tampa Bay looked pretty good last week. Tampa Bay's 3-1. Baker Mayfield's at 984 yards for the season, 8 TDs and only 2 interceptions. He's at a 106.9 passer rating. They blew out the Eagles last week, 33-16. To me, I'm looking at the last 5 matchups. The Buccaneers have won the last 4 out of 5 matchups in Atlanta. So give me the Tampa Bay Buccaneers plus 1.5. And my number 2 pick of the week, we got the Cleveland Browns traveling to the Washington Commanders. The Washington Commanders are a 3-point home favorite. The standard 3-point home favorite. To me, the Cleveland Browns are on back-to-back road games. Deshaun Watson isn't playing all that great. He's only got 4 TDs, 3 interceptions. And you look at on the other side of the fence, you got Jaden Daniels. Oh my God, what was he, like 3rd round draft pick? He's doing awesome. He's got 82.1 percentage completions, 897 yards, 3 TDs, only 1 interception. He has a 107.4 passer rating, you know, for a rookie. It's like unbelievable. And here they are at home, only giving up 3 points. Last week, they destroyed Arizona, 42-14. So give me the Washington Commanders, -3. Number 3 pick of the week, we got the Arizona Cardinals traveling to the San Francisco 49ers. The San Francisco 49ers are a 7-point home favorite. Arizona last 2 matchups in San Francisco the last prior 2 years. San Francisco's beat them 35-16 and 38-13. Yeah, this is a no-brainer here. I know it's a divisional matchup. 7 points is a lot, but Arizona just got destroyed by Washington, Detroit, and Buffalo. Those are 3, top teams, and I think 49ers are up there with them. So San Francisco will be the next team to roll over the Arizona Cardinals. So give me the San Francisco 49ers -7. Number 4 pick of the week, we got the New York Giants traveling to Seattle Seahawks. The Seattle Seahawks are a 6-point home favorite. Some places you get at 5.5. Go ahead and get that. But Geno Smith just coming off that brutal loss on Monday night. I know they're on a short week this week. I think he wants to get some revenge and show that he does pretty good. And he did not too bad on Monday night. It's not like he did horrible. And now he comes home. He's going to be facing the lonely 1-3 Giants. The Giants the last 2 weeks lost to Washington and Minnesota badly. Daniel Jones last week, he only threw 186 yards with no TDs and 2 interceptions. So to me, he has a 44.3 passer rating. So to me, that's a no-brainer. So give me the Seattle Seahawks -6. All right, those are my 4 favorites. Let's run down the 3-team teaser. Last week, the Bills got blown out, blew my 3-team teaser. First time they got blown out since 2021 like that. So usually they're a pretty good team to throw in the teaser, but not when they get blown out. Anyways, this week I got the LA Rams +9.5, the San Francisco 49ers -1, and the Indianapolis Colts +9. I like those 3 teams. Put that down and let's go. Now, all my notes. Are you ready? You don't have to watch this, So I'm just gonna rummage through them and all the games I got. Stat-wise, if you're into what teams cover and what teams don't, the 2 worst teams right now not covering the ATS against the spread is Houston. They're 0-3-1, and the Miami Dolphins, who are 0-4 ATS. Yeah. The top teams are no-brainers. Minnesota, they're 4-0. They're the only teams 4-0 ATS-wise and 4-0 in the NFC North. 3-1 teams against the spread is Detroit, Indianapolis, Tampa Bay, Denver, the Kansas City Chiefs, New Orleans Saints, Washington Commanders, and the Pittsburgh Steelers. So any of those teams that you're doing pretty good, pick them, and hopefully they keep on a roll. Let's go over the games. The New York Jets at the Minnesota Vikings. This game is being played on Sunday morning in London. Aaron Jones versus Sam Darnold. A-Rod's throwing at 92.9% passer rating, and Sam Darnold's a lot better at 118.9. But any time of day you can pick Aaron Rodgers and destroy. So Minnesota again 4-0 ATS. So it's probably the team I'm picking. They are great against the NFC, but they have this first game against the AFC. So the point spread is relatively low at 2.5. So Minnesota -2.5. That's why I'm leaning on right there. Next, we got the Carolina Panthers at Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears are favored 3.5 points at home. Chicago 2-2. Carolina's 1-3. To me, this game just a throw. I would never bet on this game, but if you're in a pool or whatever, I'd probably go lean Chicago. How bad Carolina is, and again, ATS wise, they're not doing too good. I think they're 1-3 ATS as well. So they only covered 1 game when they were a dog. So yeah, that's about it on that one. Next we got the Miami Dolphins at New England Patriots. Yeah, this was a disaster game. I've never been on this game. Both teams 1-3. New England's favored by a point at home. So yeah, a divisional matchup as well. Miami on Monday night looked horrid. So I'd probably go New England with their stout defense to hold Miami, and just run it up the middle on that one. So yeah, New England by 3. Next we got the Indianapolis Colts at Jacksonville Jaguars, another divisional matchup. Indianapolis Colts, like I said, they're 3-1 ATS wise. They brought in Joe Flacco last week. He threw 168 yards, 2 TDs. So Anthony Richardson, I know he has a sore hip, he might play. So if he does play, it's hard to say. I'd probably go Jacksonville. But if Joe Flacco plays, I'd pick Indianapolis. That's how it works. Next we got the Buffalo Bills traveling to the Houston Texans. Houston Texans are going to be wearing their new alternate helmet. Buffalo Bills on back-to-back road games. Buffalo Bills are favored by 1 point. Bills haven't been beaten that bad, like I said, since 2021 last week. But Houston's won the last 4 games at home versus the Buffalo Bills, history-wise. And Buffalo back-to-back road games, Houston back-to-back home games. So 1 point, it's hard to say. I haven't decided on who I'd pick that. It's a coin flip on that. Next we got the Baltimore Ravens traveling to the Cincinnati Bengals. Baltimore Ravens are a 2.5 point road favorite. Another divisional matchup. These divisional games, they can go anywhere, and they're all divisional mostly. Baltimore destroyed Buffalo last week, and Cincinnati kept it close in the last week game against Carolina. Baltimore is the number 4 public bet, so I know public bets don't always cash, but Cincinnati's just barely keeping it up against Carolina, and Baltimore's destroying teams. I'd probably go with Baltimore team on that one. Plus they have a better record. So Cincinnati only 1-3. Next we got the Las Vegas Raiders traveling to the Denver Broncos. The Denver Broncos are a 3-point home favorite. Las Vegas is the number 1 public bet. Yeah, so everybody's putting their money on the Vegas. It was, I think, 4 points, Denver. I think it moved up to 3, or was it 3.5? It moved to 3. Las Vegas won the last 4 games in Denver the last 4 years. So it's basically Gardner Minshew versus Bo Nix. Pick Gardner, yeah, no brainer. That's why everybody's going on the Vegas game. Not a bad bet. Next we got the the Green Bay Packers traveling to the Los Angeles Rams. The Green Bay Packers are a 3.5 point road favorite. 3.5 points, man. Like I said, I got not much notes on this as far as it's a coin flip. I like Stafford, but man, it just Green Bay looks so much better. But 3.5 points might be a little bit too much. I mean, if Green Bay does win, I think they might win by a field goal, so you get that hook. So to me, I'm probably end up taking the Rams plus that 3.5 points. Next we got the Sunday night football game. Dallas Cowboys traveling to the Pittsburgh Steelers. Dallas Cowboys are on a back-to-back road games, but they're on a long week too, as they played Thursday night football. Pittsburgh Steelers are a 2.5 point road home favorite. Both teams are kind of struggling. Pittsburgh has a great defense. They had a difficulty against Joe Flacco last week. They were planning on playing Richardson, a running quarterback, and then they got Joe Flacco, a passing pocket passer. So that's when they got destroyed when Flacco came in. Dallas Cowboys only giving up 104 points, but on the other side, Pittsburgh Steelers only giving up 53. So Dallas is the number 3 public bet. Everybody's putting their money on them, as I see it as Pittsburgh Steelers. But their defense looks so good. In a home game, it's under 3 points. I might go against the public on this one and take the Pittsburgh minus 2.5. It's under 3, so hopefully they might win by field goal. And last but not least, we got the Monday Night Football. We got the New Orleans Saints traveling to the Kansas City Chiefs. The New Orleans Saints 2-2, Kansas City 4-0. The second team is 4-0 besides the Minnesota Vikings. New Orleans made way too many mistakes last week against Atlanta. Like I said earlier, they allowed a punt, a muff punt for a touchdown. And the Kansas City Chiefs, you know, they got a bunch of injuries. You know, they're questionable now whether they play or not. But they had a divisional game. I know Rashid Rice is out, so he's probably out for the season. Possible ACL. Their star wide receiver. To me, I'm looking at this. They had that divisional game last week. That's why I got that, you know, 8.5 points. They only won by 7 against the Chargers. To me, I think Kansas City does win this game by field goal. So at 5 points. Usually when I see 5 points, take the dog. You know, it's just a natural effect. So I'll probably end up taking the New Orleans Saints plus the 5, figuring they're not going to make that many mistakes as they did last week, and get their back on track with Derek Carr and whatnot. All right, there goes all of my notes in a nutshell. So thank you for stopping by. Thanks for listening through all that rambling. If you did make it to the end, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I will see you next week. Peace.